Yo, 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 yo. It's another podcast with your boys Bill, James, and Tig's Excellent Adventure. This week on episode 26, we're going to talk about...
Kevin Love on the Cavs. Do they make the playoffs? I don't know. Do you?
The worst teams in the NFL this year.
And we're going to talk about Kawhi. The Toronto Raptors won't make the playoffs. It's all happening right here on the number one podcast in all of sports. You bitch, you.
That's good too. That's hot.
Dude, they were like, yeah, it's like a Dave and Buster's. I was like, oh, okay. I go in there with my boss. I was like, hey, where the fuck are we going?
Mean bust like bust a nut?
Yeah.
Buster's like...
Dave and Buster Nut.
That's awesome.
Let me tell you, the Tuesday at 2 talent is not really must-see TV, though.
It wasn't must-see TV when I was there.
I was like, well, let's take a look at the menu again.
That is where that is the time period in which I allegedly used to sell drugs to strippers.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. According to other reports. Police not police. What do they got? But allegedly. By strippers.
Making that money.
Strippers need love.
One dancer was bald.
That's cool though.
Straight up bald.
She's hot. That's cool.
She was white though. White
What's
bald.
that about?
White bald does not look good.
I don't know.
To me.
White ball? I like white ball. White ball. Wait, we're talking like bald or shade?
I'm talking about ball.
Down to the skin.
Shaved.
I thought it was a
shaved
dude.
ball.
I thought it was a dude.
That means she didn't have much going on everywhere else. Thought it was a dude. There should have been something that got her attention before her bald head. That was her problem.
I can't roll with the ball.
Maybe she's going through something.
It was not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
No, it was a couple of yeah.
I wish I had that on Yeho. Don Julio, to be exact.
That's right. That's right. Cause it's another fucking podcast. Yeah. That's right. That's right. This is your number one podcast in all of the nation, the world, and the motherfucking universe, bitch. Bill, James, and Tig's Excellent Adventure.
What's happening, everyone?
It's heating up out there.
It's heating up out there.
The heat wave does not penetrate Music and Coffee Studios because we have the AC, my friend.
Thank God.
Yeah,
This is
thank
okay.
goodness for AC.
The other day,
If you didn't have AC, I wouldn't be here.
I had AC.
I would.
I had AC the other day, and then like when you weren't here, and then James came over, and that shit like went off. Remember? And then but luckily that wasn't the heat wave week.
Yeah.
It was a solid 79.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad, but it was
That's not too bad.
fun.
That's not too bad.
It was
That's
not
not fun. No.
You had a lot of off this leather chair here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I start the morning off really hot in my apartment, and I turn the fan on just to like.
You don't open the windows?
I open the windows, turn the fan on, and then by like 1 o'clock, then I'm like, okay, fuck it. I feel like I did my part though to like conserve energy.
Sure.
Just for everybody who doesn't live in the Los Angeles area, most Los Angelinos do not have air conditioning.
Not a lot of AC.
It's a luxury.
No, it should be a goddamn
Necessity.
human service announcement or some shit. There should be a goddamn if everyone in the country knew that Los Angelinos don't have AC, they would crowdfund for niggas in Los Angeles to have.
They'd be like, forget that water in Michigan. Those LA people are overheating.
Well, what would happen though if everyone had AC? Like the whole city would just
That's
black
true.
out every other
Crowdfund
day.
that, crowdsource that shit. Let's get this.
We
gotta
need
get
more
our paper
power
stacks up 'cause
plants.
We need
Should,
motherfucking
yeah.
AC.
Yeah, let's make a move for everyone getting AC. They're right to get AC.
Yes.
Right,
Here in Los Angeles.
They're right.
They're human rights.
God-given human rights. Come on, Yakubians, get mad so we can get this goddamn AC for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Shit, it's up to you. That's really what everybody in politics should just start doing. Just stop talking to everybody else. Just talk to white people. Just talk to white people because they are the only ones who can get mad enough for something to actually change.
Yeah, it's the only time.
White men.
Listens, yeah.
Don't start talking to anybody but white.
Oh, no.
Dudes.
Old white men.
Dudes.
Old rich white men.
That's the only
suits.
people you need to convince America. That's it. You ain't gotta come to me. I'm with you. Hey, I'm cool. Hey, we cool. Hey, don't come over here.
Yeah.
Don't shoot over here. We ain't shooting. They over there shooting. Go over there and convince them to stop shooting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's our public service announcement. You're welcome. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Thank you for listening, everyone. That's our show today. Have a great day.
Let's go back to our AC apartments.
So, first things first, as always, we always start out with always. I figured I'd say it one more time. We always start with the NFL.
With the NFL.
Ba-da-ba-ba.
We're getting close. We're a week away from training camp. It's
yes.
really, really exciting.
We might have to change up when we do the podcast, too, to meet up with these days. Like, I don't know. We're going to have to.
We might have to.
We have to. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
We'll figure it out.
We might really be doing Wednesday. I don't know. We'll figure it out because Monday Night Football is coming,
Monday Night
baby.
Football, yeah.
Can't
Which
wait.
actually makes sense to do this thing on Tuesday because then it'll be after all the games.
We can have our quick reactions.
Yeah.
So we'll do
Todd Gurley just signed an extension, a 4-year extension. Is that
And
correct?
well deserved.
Well deserved. Gurley might be one of the best players in the NFL.
Yeah.
I think
3
it's a
running
big
back.
mistake.
On whose part?
The Rams.
Why?
Because they should have signed Aaron Donald first.
No, I read reports that they're actually working on a long-term contract for him right now.
They're working on one.
Gurley was their first one, but a contract's coming for Aaron Donald.
Yep.
Thank goodness.
Should have signed Aaron first.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's going to be a slap in the face, and I guarantee you they're going to have to pay him more now. Because, see, the only reason they paid Gurley what they paid him, do you know why?
Why?
Why is that, Bill?
Because he's white.
Has nothing to do.
Because he's white.
Has nothing to do with what he's done, my boy. You see, it's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
And it's also more so what Le'Veon Bell is going to do. Because he's going to be an unrestricted free agent next year and
He'll get
paid.
franchised again.
He can't get franchised next year.
Oh, is there a limit?
His contract runs out next year. So he'll be an unrestricted free agent next year. And they're going to have to pay. Somebody's going to pay Le'Veon Bell too much money. And the Rams are making sure they don't end up having to pay Gurley too much money.
Gurley's like $45 million guaranteed. Is that what it is?
Yes. That's the most guaranteed money given to a running back in the history of the NFL. This is the highest paid contract in the history of the NFL for a running back, meaning they jumped the gun on the Le'Veon Bell because Le'Veon Bell's going to get paid way more money than this. He's going to be asking for way more money than this.
So wouldn't you say it's a smart signing by the Rams?
It's stupid because they're using their dicks to make this signing. You see what I'm saying? Like, they're not using their heads, they're using their dicks. They don't want to get caught in a Venus flytrap with Gurley, but they're not paying attention to the unicorn over here that they have in Aaron Donald. You need to pay him so that it's not, look, everybody knows.
I mean, I think they're going to pay Aaron Donald.
You need to pay him first.
Hefty amount.
You got to pay a guy like that first. It's a respect thing. There's a thing in the NFL that gets.
I think the most important
doesn't get
thing
talked about, and
is
people
the
sign-
amount that they offer him in the contract. I think Aaron
Like I
Donald
said-
will forgive them for signing Gurley to a 4-year extension
If
the
you
price
need
is right.
offense
You know
to
what I
win
mean?
It's
games.
more than what I told you. That price just went. That's why I said that price just went up.
Because Donald's still on his rookie contract, right?
Right. So that price just went up. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They didn't have to sign Gurley because he's still on his rookie contract. You dig?
They extended him.
They extended a contract that was already existing,
Yeah.
which is what they were, which nobody was even anticipating happening this season.
I think by tomorrow, Aaron Donald will have a big contract.
And I'm just saying it was going to be more than he
or
was.
he better.
Yeah, and if he does, it's going to be more than what he was supposed to have gotten.
Aaron Donald.
Yeah. And who's to say he doesn't turn it down and say, hey, I'm going on the free agent market next year?
I mean, yeah, he could.
Because of this. Like, when you allocate so much money to a running back, and how do you know that he's not going to say, hey, I want $100 million guaranteed? If you gave him $45 million guaranteed and I'm supposed to be the best player on this team, you got to give me $100 million guaranteed.
Well,
like, they're going to end up overpaying Aaron Donald now because of what they just did. That's the only reason I say that it's stupid.
Yeah. Interesting.
I don't know. They have reserves if he wants to walk. They got Sue.
Dominic, I forgot that he was there.
Right?
But Ndamukong Suh is only a great pickup for the offseason if he's next to Aaron Donald.
He needs someone that's awesome too, so he doesn't get double teamed every time.
Oh, okay.
Because if he is, then he's just eliminated out of there.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm just saying these are things to worry about. These are things to watch and see.
What's your prediction? That he gets $100 million guaranteed?
He's gonna ask for it. I predict he's gonna ask for it. Maybe he gets like 89.
Whew.
I can see that.
Think about it. If Ty Gurley is worth the highest paid running back in the history of the NFL, don't that mean that Aaron Donald is worth J.J. Watt money?
Is
plus?
Aaron Donald the best DB?
He's the best defensive lineman in the league.
Oh, he's not. He's a lineman.
Yeah.
My bad.
He's the best defensive, ladies and gentlemen, he's the best defensive lineman in the league. He's the most dominant in the league.
Yeah, I would say that.
So
$89 million sold
Pay the
to
man.
the Rams.
You know who he doesn't get hurt all the time like? J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt get hurt all the time.
And Clowney.
Jadeveon.
Those poor Houston
Contract.
If those guys
Texans.
could stay healthy for an entire year.
Well, Jadeveon in
make
his
the
contract
playoffs.
year this year, I think.
Is it a contract year for him?
This is his contract year.
Dude, that dude's a beast.
So expect him to just go off,
Play through injuries.
play through everything.
Yeah.
He might have a bulging disc literally that you can see.
But then he'll
be out there
I
playing.
think $89 million will put it back into his spinal cord.
Well, $89 million will make me do just about anything. Make my body just start doing shit.
Yeah, I do a lot for $89 million.
I don't even know what I can do with $89 million.
How I could just kill a man.
So, yeah, man, speaking of motherfuckers getting money, I think Julio Jones needs to get that paper.
He's
He needs to get a
got to
bag,
get
too.
that. He's got to get that.
Now, doesn't this happen every single year? A veteran sits out, wants his contract, and then don't they always just cave in and give it to him?
I mean, they're going to give it.
This guy doesn't need to show up to camp.
He's the best wide receiver in the league. Come on.
Top two, top one in the league.
But doesn't it always happen every year that
Yeah.
and at least one NFL team cuts a veteran midway through his contract that they already owe him? Isn't that also?
I mean, you'd have to be a
Doesn't
fucking
that-
idiot to cut
Not in
Julio
his-
Jones.
No. I'm just
28
saying.
year.
I'm just saying. Doesn't this happen? We see it happen all the time. Y'all tell me Dez Bryant is a capable, serviceable wide receiver.
Still waiting for
in the
Dez
He's
NFL.
going to get 8 touchdowns next season for the Canadian Football League. 1,000 yards.
But
He's gonna
whole
play with
point
Johnny
is-
Manziel.
Yeah.
My whole point is that I'm not picking on Dez. I'm just pointing out that he is a veteran wide receiver that has been cut. I should have maybe picked Brandon Marshall, who has been cut.
Oh, there you go. That's a good one.
Yeah, but Brandon
is-
Marshall's like 33.
Yeah, that's the difference too.
I'm just
Julio
talking
Jones
about
is
you have
getting
one
into his
production
prime,
year
which is
off,
crazy.
and they can cut you. It don't matter how many years that's on that contract, they can just cut you.
True.
Yeah.
And that's why you see these guys asking for the money. Because they know that you talking about 3-4 years down the road, bruh. I can need to maximize my amount of money that I can make right now. Mm-hmm. It's fair. All is fair in love and war. If you're gonna have the ability to cut me, I need to have the ability to renegotiate my contract.
Yeah.
And good for him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He's the best player on that team.
And
He is.
if I'm him, I don't play till game 1. I don't play no preseason games. I might show up. Maybe I don't even show up. I'm sure he can come out here at UCLA, you know what I'm saying, hang out with motherfucking T.O., still get that work in
he'll
just
be
like he would have
fine.
got it in anyway.
Tom Brady doesn't play until the first game.
It's true.
He's
and then he only
fine.
plays like a quarter of the entire preseason.
Yeah. Just smart.
So-
Yeah. No one needs to.
Brett Favre didn't play till the last preseason game. Didn't show up till training camp the week before the last preseason game.
Dude, busy partying with his friends.
Just busy just
Partying in those Wrangler jeans.
No, I'm talking about his late in his career.
The old man Wrangler jeans.
He probably didn't even realize that camp was going on.
That whole I'm gonna retire. I don't know if I'm gonna
400
retire.
voicemails. He's like, I guess
It's like, what month
I
are we
probably
in?
check these.
What month is this?
That whole I want to retire, I don't want to retire shit was bullshit. He was faking that shit. He just didn't want to go to a fucking camp with a bunch of 20-year-olds. Like, man, my kids are 20.
No,
like,
yeah,
I don't want to
exactly.
go fucking hang out with my kid. Like
Playing football with his children.
my bunkmate is gonna be like my daughter's age. Like, nah, I'm cool. Like, that's how he was about it, really. But he just had to use. You can't say that. You can't say that because then the NFL can reprimand you and they can like fine you and then do all. If you say, "Hey, I don't know, I'm thinking about retire. I just don't know where I am in my life right now."
Yeah.
They stop the whole goddamn world for you then. But then they criticize you. So you could take that. Fuck that. You're Brett Favre.
You've won a championship.
Yeah.
He's going to win a championship.
Mama huevo. Mama huevo. That's what he says to him, you know?
Okay. Not talking about Brett Favre anymore.
You want to talk about worst NFL teams?
We could. Real quick. Do you guys think Joey Flacco is going to start at the start of the year? Or do you think Mr. Jackson's going to take over?
I say Joe Flacco. Just because
I'm
a
real
rookie
curious.
starting game one is so rare. Just playing the history.
Yeah. I think
What?
Joe
Not
Flacco.
in the NFL. Quarterbacks since Aaron Rodgers got drafted, he's the only first round draft pick at the quarterback position that hasn't started at some point.
I'm saying
In the
game
NFL
one.
Was
season.
Lamar Jackson first round? Was the end of first round?
Yeah, he was the
32nd
last pick of the
Last
first
pick of
round.
the first, right? I'm interested to see how this plays out. Because what I'm hearing is Lamar Jackson's like crushing it at camp.
Is he?
Yeah. and
Also,
Joey
what I'm hearing
Flacco
though is he
just,
doesn't
like,
have a full round. He doesn't have the offense. He can't do everything
not
that
yet.
Flacco can do yet.
I'm predicting Flacco starts the first 5 games. And then
And
I
then
think
game
Lamar
6.
Jackson comes in and this whole Flacco nonsense.
When the
comes to
Ravens are 0-5.
surface. Yeah. So this segueing into who do you guys think is going to be the worst?
Well,
NFL
wait. Let's
team?
not leave this topic just yet.
Okay.
Because I think, first of all, they're going to use Lamar Jackson in packages. He's going to play in first week. He's going to play in the first week. They're going to be using him and Joe Flacco on the same at the same time.
The same play?
Yeah, we'll see how that works out.
Wow.
So they've said that because Lamar has agreed to go out and play wide receiver or, you know what I'm saying, in certain packages.
Wow.
Where he can run sweeps and pass it back to him, and he can run options
That'd
and
be
shit.
sick.
It's gonna be crazy dynamic, and you never know how they plan on really using it, or if they're gonna use it at all. Because remember,
Or it could
remember,
just
they
be a
were gonna-
distraction,
Remember,
you know?
they were gonna use Rex Ryan. Hey, this guy, I like this guy. We're gonna rip it up with this guy. They never played that dude one fucking down.
So how can you trust
Yeah.
what any of these coaches are
Exactly.
going to say?
No,
In
it's
the
all-
offseason,
it
you
could all
don't.
be nonsense.
you
Why
don't
would they
really
tell
know.
us what they're going to do?
Yeah, that would just be dumb.
Well, maybe they plan on doing it, but it doesn't bear out in practice. It doesn't bear out in training camp, and you only have so much time to work with players.
Oh yeah,
You can't put
especially
all
in like training camp when they're playing these other teams too.
And training-
I mean, they're not running the plays that they really want to be running during the year. It's just like getting guys like
Reps.
reps and routes, doing like your basic shit. But during the real year, that's when you actually see the plays. So that's why it pisses me off during a preseason game to see like an awesome trick play, like if the Bears do something crazy, and I'd be like,
They'll never
why
use
the
it
fuck
again."
did you just do that here?
Because you
Now
have to see
people
it
are-
at some time.
Well, you
It's
see
the
during
best time to
practice.
do it in preseason. In practice, you don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. Motherfuckers don't play like they play in the game in practice.
Yeah,
The
they're out.
game of the speed of the game.
Oh,
The
yeah.
game of the speed is the game of the speed.
And that's the same thing with preseason, though.
Yeah, but
you got a bunch of
you gotta at
jokers
least
out
get
there.
it
But you
back.
get actual hitting in preseason.
right.
You
Like,
get actual
it's-
hitting, but what you get in your practice is a first team versus your first team.
True.
Look, man, what you don't get in practice is
sacks.
a better team. Like, cause
And that's the other
there's some teams you got to remember. Some teams don't see good defenses at practice.
No,
And some teams don't see good offenses at practice.
No,
so you want to run certain things during those games for those reasons.
Right, but you also have to hide a lot.
And maybe you only got the package in for a certain type of defense, like you only got it in for the Tampa Bay's defense with the way they run their defense. But you're playing Seattle, who runs the similar defense, so you want to run it on their defense to see how it goes, because that package is really only for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's really what happens. That's why you see that kind of shit. Yeah. But like, what I'm interested in is like, how they gonna, how is he gonna look? Because they say he's not accurate, Jackson. They say he's not very accurate down the field yet. In practice. Yeah. So I'm really just more so concerned as how he looks as a quarterback. Not even in the packages that they plan on using him, because it's probably 10 plays in which 5 of them that they probably going to be able to run. You know what I mean? Like throughout the season.
And you know, I mean, the majority of the time they're going to have him like split out wide or running some kind of wildcat, and maybe he'll get a carry during the game. I'm hoping that Flacco just fucking shits the bed and Lamar Jackson takes over, because I really want to watch this kid play.
Yeah, I'm really ready for the end of the Joe Flacco chapter.
I'm tired of it. Last year he was terrible.
You know,
terrible.
You win one Super Bowl MVP, and it means you were good for one game.
Hold on. The last 2 seasons, he's been hurt. Like, he came off of a back injury this season. Got his hurt. Because, I mean, last season, he came off of a back injury from the previous season. The season before that, he was coming off of a knee injury from the previous season. So, we do got to remember that. And he did play last year. He came back with the back injury. Like, you know.
So, he'll still be coming off injury.
I still think he's wacko.
I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying when he did come off those injuries, he got hurt. That's my point. That is, to me, where he is lacking in his ability, because your best ability is your availability. And to me, that is why you saw the Ravens go get so many quarterbacks, because they were like, look, this dude might not be able to stay healthy.
Yeah.
We need to – it isn't. I don't think it's so much about his ability to throw the ball and make decisions. I think it's more so about his ability to stay healthy. And he's a big quarterback.
Yeah.
So he's not very, he's very tall. He's not very mobile.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
So you don't see him getting out of the way of
I just haven't seen much since he got his payday.
Yeah, but since he got his payday, he has gotten hurt.
But everyone said that was going to happen too when he got that payday. It's like, well, you got to pay him, and they got their Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, I mean, he made his money.
Everybody said that he was going to just fall off a cliff, but he actually just got hurt. It's kind of more of my point. We got to give him a chance to go out there and play, 10, 16 games terribly. To call him terrible is kind of my point. We got to let him go out there and be terrible. Kind of like how, what's that dude's name? Johnny Manziel. Everybody was out there like shitting on him when he first got into the league. Like, hey, let's calm down. If he's terrible, which he was, he'll go out there and he'll be that. Like, just let him go out there.
His first game, he was actually pretty good.
Just let him go. He was good for a quarter, and then he was
running around. He was doing his Johnny Manziel stuff.
Yeah, exactly. He looked terrible. He was terrible. He went out there and didn't run one of the plays that they told him to run. That's terrible.
I wonder how much those autographs he was signing are going for right now.
I don't know. You mean in college? Yeah, it's got to be going for a lot. He's still a Heisman winner.
I don't know.
See, what you guys what you're not understanding about this college is different from the NFL. They don't even look at it the same.
I see.
He's going to be in the College Football Hall of Fame. Like, he's going to be in the College Football Hall of Fame. Probably already is. I don't know. Like, you can go in pretty early. Like, it's about how many years you've been out of college, not how many years you were in a career.
I see.
So,
when did Flacco get that contract?
2013?
2013 they got it?
2013, 2014?
Wasn't 2012 when they were 10-6? In 2011 they were 12-4. Because his stats are terrible.
His stats have always been terrible. That's the whole point, in that, like, he's not great. Like,
his touchdown to interception ratio.
He's
like Jake
no.
Maybe less.
He has the worst
it's 2013.
quarterback rating in one single game in the history of the NFL. Like,
And he started all 16 games except for 1 year. That's crazy. Yuck. Man, he's spending that money somewhere.
But he played with a back injury. He played with a knee injury. Like, he's not, the last 2 years, he has not been healthy.
Yeah.
While he was playing. He played, which speaks to his toughness, but it's kind of like,
I mean, that year he got the
it's kinda
contract.
like-
He had
it's
more
kinda like-
interceptions than touchdowns.
it's kind of like
insane that he got
River.
that
Yeah, no,
contract.
yeah, exactly. Bro, he won the Super Bowl, so you can't,
That's
it's not
nuts.
insane. It's just numbers, you know. When you win the Super Bowl
Yeah.
and you're the MVP of the Super Bowl,
Yeah, you get that.
you get that. You get that. No matter what happened the years before, doesn't matter. You're Rudy.
So where's Nick Foles' big contract?
But no, like he's like Rivers. He's like
There we
Phillip
go.
Rivers was like 4 years ago. Because 4 years ago, Rivers
Phillip
was
Rivers-
always hurt. He was always coming off injury. He was always playing hurt, and we were like, man, why are they paying him?
But he does throw a ton of touchdowns.
But then he stopped getting hurt. They got him a better offensive line. You started seeing him throwing the ball more. They changed his offense. They got rid of the offensive coordinator the coach that they had. Boom.
He
Things
still gets
changed
those
for him.
4 interception games, though.
Exactly.
So annoying.
Exactly. So
Oh,
I look at him
100%.
like a poor man's Phillip Rivers. You know, like, which means you got more reasons to dislike him than
He's like
like
a
him.
super poor man's Phillip Rivers. In my
Yeah,
opinion.
Phillip Rivers at least has
Phillip
some
Rivers
mobility.
is pretty awesome.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. He's poor man. Look.
Yeah, like
no,
Joey
Phillip
Flacco
Riv-
throws like 20
you can
touchdowns
say, now,
a
see,
year.
this is the thing.
Phillip
I like
Rivers
Phillip.
throws at least 30 touchdowns a year. You know
I
what I'm
like
saying?
Phillip Rivers, but look at his interceptions a year. Like, I don't want to hear that shit.
They're not
like,
that much different than Joey Flacco is.
Right.
He had,
Exactly.
he had
That's
two
a-
pretty bad years.
But that's not a good thing. And
But
if
he
you go
also
to his career.
But what
go
he's
through
also
his-
doing, he's throwing for in the mid 4,000 for yards.
Right,
too.
but they
Lot
have
of
had no
yards.
running game since LaDainian Tomlinson left. So, like, that's the reason. That's their offense.
Melvin
They don't.
Gordon was pretty good.
They don't
Melvin
run.
Gordon
They don't
is
throw the
very
ball
good.
like that in Baltimore.
But it's the offensive line. They
Yeah,
don't
man.
have,
That's
they don't
it.
have good run blocking. But Melvin Gordon is good.
Yeah, he had a great year last year.
Last year,
Yeah.
that was his first year with them.
No, he's in the year
No.
2 years.
That was the second year.
Yeah. Rough
That was the
rookie
second
year.
Last year. Last year was the second year.
Turned around.
His first year, he was supposed to be awesome, and he shut the bed.
He was, yeah.
It
I
just
don't
thinks
remember
when you
seeing
get
him
the
no
ball-
time.
Yeah, but same thing with Todd Gurley.
No, Todd Gurley
He had
didn't
a
get
terrible year with Jeff Fisher.
Todd Gurley didn't get used with Jeff Fisher. Go look it up. He didn't get no touches. That's not a terrible year. That's not getting used.
I remember watching him because I had him on my fantasy team, and he got touches. Just
He wasn't
they weren't
getting
doing
20 touches a
anything with
game.
it. They
He
weren't
wasn't getting
doing
no
anything.
20 touches. He wasn't getting 20 touches.
Let's see the numbers. Let's see them. Fantasy nerds. Points per rush attempt.
I know. I'm getting into fantasy.
And we're talking about Jeff Fisher's worst offense that's ever been run in the history of the
Awful.
NFL. Actually,
Oh, wait, they go
almost
6 and-
every NFL offense that
6
that
and
dude
8
has
that
run.
year?
Yeah, man, that dude ran the terrible offense. That was not Todd Gurley's fault. Todd Gurley was the one who was saying we were out here playing like a bunch of kids.
That year that Gurley was terrible with Fisher,
300 touches.
He had 278. Last year he had
Ooh.
279.
Identical. +1.
Anyways, yeah.
What was the offense look like? What was the off? Who was coaching?
I mean, that was the
we're
big
gonna just
thing.
ignore the fact that Jeff Fisher is literally been kicked out of the NFL because he cannot coach.
No, Jeff
Booted.
Fisher's
Football.
terrible.
Booted.
That's what we're gonna talk. That's what we're gonna act like that didn't happen. Like, you know, Todd Gurley is an amazing player and was an amazing player
last
that
year was
year.
his third
He
year,
just
so.
had to play under Jeff Fisher. That was his problem.
No,
That was his
100%.
problem.
Yeah,
It had nothing to do with him.
I'm excited to see what he does this year after getting his payday too, which is kind of scares me.
But anyway, Joe Flacco is not great, not good, but he's not terrible.
He's so mediocre.
Because
Unbelievable.
exactly, he is Joe Schmo. He's good. His Joe is his name,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
good that his name is Joe because he's just
That's-
average Joe.
Average Joe should be his new nickname. I feel like
Average Joe.
Average Schmo.
Yeah, because average Schmo Flacco.
Schmoey Flacco.
He's really because he's not terrible. Because there's games, I guarantee you, there's Ravens fans who will be like, "What about the game?" Because he's had some amazing games.
yeah.
That game where he threw that touchdown to get him into the Super Bowl, 70-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
Got that long arm.
Yeah.
Shit,
got-
still got the biggest arm in football.
He's got a cannon on him.
But-
He's got a cannon on him. Rex Grossman has a cannon on him too. He had some great
But he
plays.
can't throw it that far. Though.
I don't know.
Rex Grossman
Sexy
cannot
Rexy's arm was unbelievable.
He cannot throw the ball as far as
I want to actually find this out because we
He
don't know.
cannot even throw the ball as far as Jay Cutler.
Because we don't know. Jay Cutler's got a cannon.
Exactly, he does. He does.
Sexy Rexy, I want to know
But you
how
know what?
far
Those
he can
guys
actually
are the
throw a
hold
football.
my beer guys. Guys who can throw far. They're
Oh,
just
yeah.
hey, hold my beer. They're
Yeah.
worth shit
You
in
can
an
chuck it
actual
up in the
game.
air, but if you can't like accurately get it to anyone,
Or
then
with
you're-
a defensive
you're
back
useless.
in
So
his face.
speaking of shitty quarterbacks, who was gonna be the shittiest this year? Who's gonna be on the shittiest team? Who's
I got-
gonna be
I got a
the
surprise
The
shittiest
one.
NFL is
NFL
actually
team?
really good this year. I was just looking at all the teams. All the teams actually have like a guy and some talent on their teams. Like there's no like definitive like terrible team this year. I feel like.
I got one.
Do you have one, James?
And you guys are going to lose your shit. Panthers are going to be the worst team in the league next year.
I wouldn't lose my shit. I think that's an amazing choice.
Cam Newton is no longer 2014 Super Bowl Cam Newton.
But I'm gonna give you a couple of teams.
So let's hear it.
They're gonna be bad, real bad.
I like your Panthers
Yeah.
choice.
Oh, wow.
Panthers is great.
I finally made a good NFL take.
You did.
Oh no, that's an amazing. I thought that was great because I think it's
Tire
about
right now.
Well, I mean, he's the most. Cam Newton is the most overrated quarterback in the NFL. Facts.
Wait, over Joey Flacco?
Yeah.
I think Joe Flacco was properly rated.
You think so?
Yeah. Look at his rating.
Oh, rating.
Properly rated.
Rated on. Are you
Yeah,
talking
I
about
said-
Madden? or
As
something?
no,
No,
as
we just
as
mean
the
as-
general consensus.
Yeah. General
Rating.
consensus.
I don't think
his
anyone's
rating.
very high on Joe Flacco.
Okay.
I would put Joe Flacco right around with Cam Newton.
I agree with that.
They
No
are,
accuracy.
Talent-wise, they are in the same. They may do different things, different. But he's good at one thing. He's good at another. But Joe Flacco.
I think I take Cam over Joe Flacco.
Well,
and I don't
to
like
me, you're
to
going
say
to win
it.
the exact same amount of games.
I agree.
And you'll
You
be
know-
sitting at home.
Because you're thinking about
the
that
Super Bowl.
2015 Super Bowl or whenever they made it.
I'm thinking about his legs.
He doesn't have it anymore.
He has
Yeah,
like.
he has.
He doesn't run
where
anymore.
His legs are in Von Miller's closet.
That's true.
That's where his legs are. They're in Von Miller's, and you know where else? Cam Chancellor's closet. Fucking every defensive player you can name in the NFL who T Sizzles. All these fools done got a lick and got a piece. They done taken them things and went back to the house with them because guess what? You get older and your body gets tired of getting hit, even if your mind doesn't.
Yeah.
That's
So-
why you got to die for the ball when you're in the Super Bowl. You never know when you're going to make it back there. I'm talking about Cam Newton.
Yeah, no, look, he shouldn't have dove for nothing. He shouldn't have dove for nothing. It was over for him. They was coming, popping him in his face every time. You know why? Because he has very low football IQ. People always try to talk about how
agree with that.
smart he is. He's not a very smart
Yeah,
player.
I would never say that.
He doesn't, for instance, he didn't change the snap count one time during the Super Bowl.
He is huge.
He's a beast
Oh,
of a
yeah,
man.
well, that's great if you're a tight end or a
Running back.
no, not even an offensive lineman, maybe. Yeah. But not if you're a quarterback. It's not exactly. I mean, it's cool, but
It's
it's
nice
not.
to have a tall quarterback.
But he can't throw down the field still.
Yeah, I mean the problem is
And he
Since,
lost
Ted
Kelvin
Ginn Jr.?
Benjamin.
Well, he lost Ted Ginn Jr. That's when it all went downhill.
Again went down. Yeah.
No, he went to
The Raiders? Who went to the Raiders? I think it was Kelvin. Where did
he
Kelvin
went
go?
to
Calvin went to
Seattle. I
Buffalo.
mean to the
Buffalo.
Saints.
Ted Ginn went
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
Saints.
yeah,
He went to the Saints, and you saw the Saints production go up, and you saw Cam Newton's production go down.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm just saying, I like
Who's
that
your
pick.
Who's your pick for the? Give me the three.
The
picks.
Lions.
Oh, that was mine. Damn it. The Lions I think are going to be terrible.
The Jets.
Oh yeah.
See, everyone said the Jets were going to be terrible last year, and they're actually way better than you thought.
They were terrible last year. The Jets were still whatever you must have thought they was going to win 2 games.
Well,
Right?
yeah.
'Cause
To me, they were better than people thought they were.
If they win 4 games this year, I'll be surprised.
Will they be the second best team in that division?
No,
Who will be?
the Miami Dolphins
Okay. I can see that.
to the Dolphins,
or the
are-
Buffalo Bills.
Oh, the Bills will be good.
Like I'm just saying, who will be second in that division? I don't know.
I don't think the Dolphins.
It's either be the Dolphins or the Buffalo Bills. It can only be the Dolphins, the Bills, or the Jets. So
wait, is it
Wait, are we just assuming a football team's going to be the first in that division?
so is that 2 teams? Lions, Jets, and who else?
the Lions, the Jets, and here's my sneak pick.
For a terrible team?
Terrible
I think
team.
I think I know who you're going to say, but I can't wait to hear it.
The Seattle Seahawks.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they fucking lost everybody.
They lost everybody. So,
Do they
did I
still have
cover
their
your
12th
entire
man?
list?
Almost. I agree with the Lions. The Lions are also in a really good division, and that I'm not just saying that because I'm a Bears fan, but the Bears are getting better. The Packers have Aaron Rodgers. The Vikings might be one of the best teams in the NFL
Sure.
under stupid Patriots. And the Lions have to deal with that. And the Lions haven't made any moves in the offseason. They haven't really done
I
anything.
almost said the Bears.
How dare you?
Easy. They will not
They
be the
don't
worst
have a
team in the league.
quarterback.
Hey, in Mitch we trust, baby. Wait till
Oh,
you
my
see him,
Trubisky.
Bill. Wait till you see him. You know what we do have? An offensive coordinator. We have an offensive-minded coach that knows how to use the players. Mitch doesn't have to be the best quarterback. He just has to run the offense and use the weapons we have around him.
The
which they have
Trubisky
a
is the
ton
limit.
of weapons. Tarek Cohen, Taylor Gabriel, Allen Robinson, Trey Burton, Jordan Howard's gangster. Everyone's forgetting how awesome Jordan Howard is.
Solid
I
running
really
back.
want all my Chicago people, all the people who are in Chicago who going to be going to the games. I know some personally. I just want to tell you, go ahead and get those electric socks. Get those electric underwear. Get
those
some
hand warmers
extra
in your
hand
shoes.
warmers, because it's going to be a cold fucking season this year. It's going to be a dark, dark winter in the north.
In the Windy City, baby.
I think it's going to be very, 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 very sad year
No.
in Chicago. But
King in the North. It's coming.
we'll
King in
see
the
how
North.
good
John
that
Snowing.
defense. The defense is usually great.
Top 10 defense
We'll
last year.
see what happens. They might hold it together up there for them.
Our offense got better.
Usual.
Just
But
wait. Just
they
wait.
are
Just
in
wait.
a stout division. They gotta hope that the Lions are terrible.
The Lions are going to be terrible.
Who's your other pick for worst?
Miami Dolphins.
Dolphins.
I think they're gonna be. I
don't-
think they're gonna be good.
I just don't think Tannehill's that good, and they're
Terrible.
relying on him, and they haven't really done anything. Anything. They've lost players. They're relying in Kenyon Drake, maybe,
Ugh.
as a running back. Is
Bro.
that what's going on? They got rid of
Roll
Landry.
Tide.
Damn it! Is he? Oh my goodness!
Look, it's not my fault that they all go to the league.
They're everywhere. It's insane.
So, but speaking to your point,
Of course,
now
the
we're
one
also taking
player
over.
I point
We're
out
also
is a
getting ready to
fucking
take over the NBA as well. It's not gonna. We got Avery Johnson down there. We're gonna get him, get all those players in there. But
Colin Sexton.
Colin Sexton.
Do you have faith in Miami?
I got faith in that defense.
The defense is actually not
And
bad.
They always beat the
I have
Patriots
faith.
But
once
they
a
did
year.
lose a huge player that was taking up 2 guys on the offense.
That apparently was also not doing shit if you look at the numbers.
Well, it's because he's getting double teamed all the time.
Well, I mean, you could say that, or it's because he doesn't try because he gets double teamed. I saw that dude in college get triple teamed and throw people around like rag dolls.
Well, he's like 30 now, isn't he?
I don't care, man.
He's getting
That
up
dude
there.
is
He's getting up
that dude. When you see that dude next to other dudes, he is a massive human being. He just doesn't.
Who the hell are we
try
talking
very-
about?
Ndamukong Suh.
Ah, yes.
He used to play for them last year, and I'm just like, he doesn't try very hard. I've watched that dude's entire career. I watched him when he was in Nebraska, watched him with the Lions, watched him with Miami. I mean, he just doesn't try hard all the time. All the time. Not saying he doesn't.
Oh,
not
no,
saying he's
100%.
not a fantastic
I've watched
athlete
him a
and
lot. I've watched
fantastic-
him a lot. That was my big problem with him.
And I'm sure he's a fantastic person. But, doesn't try hard all the time. I mean,
Yeah.
He's been on some bad teams, and maybe that'll lead you to
Maybe it's-
not try
You get
as hard.
frustrated. You get really frustrated.
Yeah,
One
right.
of those teams being the Lions.
I don't have excuses. I don't have all the answers to
Yeah.
these questions.
But
you
he
know-
was on a bad team last year with Jay Cutler.
Right. So, anyway,
And I just don't see how that team got better.
those are going to be the terrible teams in the NFL. You heard it here.
The
Fucking
Seahawks.
first.
I knew you were going to say the Seahawks. I was debating on the Seahawks.
Seahawks, man. It's just a fucking,
I don't
Rise
know.
and
I don't
fall.
think they're going to be as bad as everyone thinks. I think everyone's kind of blowing it out of proportion a little bit.
You know what? It's crazy. The NFL is the number one sport, but there is another sport coming. It's the NBA!
Kawhi, King of the North.
DeRozan to the east.
DeRozan for a layup.
Michael Beasley.
That's right. Hashtag.
Boom shakalaka.
Right. So I want to clear up some shit. First of all, last week I got some deals confused with the Bulls deal.
He's on fire.
With Levine?
Yeah, so Levine's deal is not the one that's under those restrictions. It's actually
He's
Jabari
heating
Parker's
up.
deal that has the
Was
restrictions.
Jabari signed before we did our podcast, though?
No, yeah, he was signed. Yeah, he was signed. Yeah, he was signed.
Did he sign on Monday or
Monday.
Tuesday morning?
And there's a
Monday.
team option that second
I
year.
love that Jabari's back in Chicago, at least. That's fun.
He's Chicagoan,
He is a Chicagoan.
but he also wanted to be in Milwaukee. You know, he wanted to. When
Be
he got
the man.
drafted, he wanted to be a star in Milwaukee. He wanted to be the man there, and didn't work out. He got hurt a lot. Now he has no ACLs. You know,
Watching him run up and down the court is terrifying.
Is it really?
It really is. He looks
haven't
like his
seen
knees
it.
are going to buckle at any
You know,
point.
like
Damn.
it's not his fault. It's not his fault.
No.
that he's a
Jabari,
diminishing player.
I hope the best for him.
Is he
I
going
really
to start? I guess on the Bulls you can.
He's going. He better start. He got paid a lot of money.
But there's a team option that second year, you're saying?
Yeah.
do. Jabari Parker's only 23 years old. That's insane.
Yeah, he came in the league at 19.
He looks like a 35-year-old when he's out there.
Yeah, he's gained some weight.
Oh, my goodness, has he? Yeah.
But that's what happens when you can't run. When
Yeah,
you,
exactly.
You
When
hurt.
you
You gotta
can't
do
move
cardio,
anywhere.
you know? You gotta
Man,
need your
I
knees
don't
for
even like hearing
cardio.
that, though. Get on that bike. Get on that bike. God damn it. It's your fat ass.
Can't use a bike on the basketball court.
Man, 2016, he actually had a pretty
You know what
good
you
year.
can do? You can know what you also can't use on the basketball court?
What?
40 extra pounds.
Yep.
Liposuction. Ever heard of it?
Get on that
I'm sure
LeBron
the
and
Bulls will
Melo
pay
diet
for that.
1 year.
Right, yeah, exactly. Like, come on, man. Like, but, you know, so I just wanted to clear that up since we got that signing out of the way.
So
Yeah.
Zach Levine is paid guaranteed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
all the contracts are guaranteed unless, you know.
Damn. Yeah, Jabari
But
better
they got
be
that
starting.
option.
$20 million a year.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn.
And it's like 5 years?
2 year.
2 years.
2 year, $40 million.
2 years, 40
Woo,
million.
Jabari.
Bruh. But it's really a 1 year deal. Because the second year is the team's option.
Oh, okay. I mean, this could be great for Jabari Parker. He might actually, like, I mean, if he can, like, somehow, if his knees can, like, get back to normal at 23 years old, at 23, he has a full career ahead of him. And if he could be the guy in Chicago, it'd be a fucking dream come true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I completely agree.
Yeah,
I like it, but I'm scared of it. If I'm a Bulls fan, I'm really no happier than I was, like, last year.
Oh no, I don't think anyone's like super stoked about Parker coming because the only thing we've seen him do is be hurt and then have a decent year 2 years ago.
Right.
But he only played 51 games.
They're like, oh, y'all just went and got that dude who we play that don't ever play against us?
Right. That guy that we all watched grow up and hope
On
that
the
he would be a
bench.
Bull.
The guy we watched grow up on the bench in a suit.
Yeah. Zach Levine's contract's 4 years, $78 million.
Right.
Fully guaranteed.
All of them, baby. That NBA money, baby. That's speaking of that NBA money.
I'm saying no team options, though.
Well, doesn't matter. Even with the team option, you still guaranteed your first year. You
Well,
know,
right.
yeah. But in the NFL.
But you said
But
that
in the
last week you said it was Zach Levine that had the second year out.
right, yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay.
But I just meant as far as fully guaranteed, the NFL though, they can cut you
Right.
in that year and not have to pay you the entirety of the money that you signed for.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm saying this is so that fans understand this shit, so that we can get this shit changed.
Sure.
The only way it's gonna change is if we give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know,
How do you guys feel about the Cavs and Kevin Love? 4 years, 100.
I have a theory.
Yeah.
I think Dan Gilbert is saying, look, we got our championship. I don't want to put our fans through any more shit. Let's just at least be serviceable so that we can keep at least getting attendance and be somewhat presentable on the court. Let's get Kevin Love, a solid starter, all-star, and put him with Colin Sexton and try and actually win some games. Let's not tank.
Yeah.
I
They're
think
still
that
in the
he's-
East.
I think that
Yeah.
when he said it last month that he was looking forward to the challenge of building a team without LeBron. I think he actually meant it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we're seeing. I think we're seeing him try to build a team.
He's probably excited that he has control of his basketball team again.
Yep.
Well, not only that, but LeBron didn't go to a team in the East. You know, the last time the real reason he was, if LeBron James had gone to the Lakers the first time he left Cleveland, I don't think Dan Gilbert would have sent that nasty letter out. You know, I think he wouldn't have been as hurt. But he went to a team in the East, a team he's got to see, a team that they had to see plenty of times before. It's like, I don't want to fuck this. Like, I don't
A champion in the East before.
a champion in the East before, having to play the Cavs in the playoffs before. Like, it's like, nah, man, I don't want to do that. And you just went to them, and hey, man, that's fucked up. And I think that that's what he's looking at now. Like, hey, at least he didn't go to Toronto or Philly or, you know, like, he didn't go to somebody I got to see all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I got a chance to get to the finals and
Without
possibly play
LeBron, yeah.
against LeBron in the finals. Like, I think that's how he's thinking. I think that's how Dan Gilbert is thinking right now.
What do you think? They're Tig?
With Love? Mm-hmm. I think it's an appreciation contract of what he's done and stuff like that. What's going on with listen, Kevin Love's gonna be great. I just don't trust that he's gonna be healthy all year long.
I do.
I really don't. And I love Kevin Love.
You know why he's
I
going
love
to?
a double-double guy. And I think, you know, statistically, Kevin Love's probably going to put up like 23 and 12
For
again.
sure.
You know, he's going to get his numbers
Guaranteed.
You know why he's going to be able to
but
stay
it's-
healthy? Because he's not going to have to bang with them fools down there no more. He'll
I
have to
think
play-
he will bang.
definitely
down
gonna
He
there.
don't
have
have to
to.
play
Why?
LeBron ball because he can play the 4 now. Tristan can go back to playing center. He can play the 4 now and then just step back out like he was doing. He is a position rebounder. He doesn't bang. Like
But he's good in the post.
He is good in the post.
Offensively.
He is good in the post, but that's not how the league really plays basketball anymore. If that was the case, then Dwight Howard would be a serviceable commodity in the
I
league.
think Dwight Howard is a serviceable commodity.
No,
still.
if he changes,
But he doesn't have any post
If
moves.
he changes,
He's not good in the post.
but he didn't
he's
need
just bigger
he
than
didn't need
everybody.
post moves because all he had to do was back you down and dunk. That's what he was. That's what he did when he got 20 touches. When he was getting 20 touches a game, and even in the times in Houston when they would give him like 20 touches a game, he would look amazing. But it's not how the game is played because all you have to do, you know, you're not going to play the same team every game, and all you have to do is put somebody on him, and he's got to go all the way out here, and now it's like a mismatch. Dwight Howard, just because we're on Dwight Howard right this second, that dude has to change how he's going to approach how he plays this season because that style of play as a center is not going to be useful when you play the better team.
It is year 14 for Dwight. I think Dwight is what he is.
He's not
Dwight
learning.
There's
Howard
no.
Hall of first of all, he's first ballot Hall of Famer.
100%.
Had Hall of Fame numbers last season. So
For horrible team that didn't make the playoffs in the East.
He's still putting up the numbers.
Has
Though.
nothing
He's still
to
putting
do-
up the
it has-
numbers.
has
That's
nothing
what I'm
to do with
saying.
it.
Michael Beasley, I know everyone's making fun of Michael Beasley. Michael Beasley had a great year last year.
great year.
Off the bench, playing other bench players for a bad team.
He had
Is
a
he
great. you
definitely
have to-
starting for the Lakers?
Let me tell you
Hell
something.
no.
Oh no, he's coming off the bench.
There's a lot
for
of
a bad
other-
team.
there's a lot of
that has
other-
LeBron James now.
There's a lot of other players who did the exact same thing he did and didn't do what he did.
That's the other thing. Yeah, Beasley had a month where he was like averaging over 20
Yeah,
points
they were
a
screaming
game
MVP
against
who?
really good teams. Michael Beasley.
Beasley.
did.
Oh, I thought back to Dwight Howard. This dude
Well,
stinks.
Dwight Howard had
These
great
are all
games
the-
when he
yeah,
scored
these are all the
22 and
same-
17.
These are all the same
I'm going
arguments.
15 points, 9 rebounds, maybe 45 games, and
For
a
who?
trade demand.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Dwight Howard.
Oh,
That'd be amazing if he gives them no numbers.
Yeah.
They would
Well,
be so fucking happy if
and
they
that's
can get
what
that out
and
of
that's
him.
what you'll get from
But you
him.
know what?
If
he
not
changes,
more,
but my whole
he'll
point,
average 12 rebounds a game.
to my point, if he changes his attitude and he can go and get 20 rebounds a game, average 10 points a game, and have like 10 blocks a game. He can do that if he just says, hey, I'm not worried about scoring. Y'all just go out there and get yours, ain't nobody fixing the score in the paint no more.
Yeah.
He has that ability.
He goes DeAndre Jordan on him.
Right.
He goes Dennis Rodman style.
Right,
I think
just
is
get
the
that
best
kind of
way
mindset.
to go.
I would love that.
He's
I would
not
love
too much
that.
taller than DeAndre.
He's 6'10", I think.
DeAndre?
No, not DeAndre.
Dwight
Draymond.
Howard.
Draymond.
Oh, I thought he was closer to 7. I thought he was like
Nah,
6,
he's
6'11". 6'9"?
Go look it up.
What?
Draymond is like 6'7".
Dwight Howard, I'm
Dwight
sorry.
Howard, I think, is 6'10".
Yeah,
Damn.
6'9" with his shoes off.
Exactly.
I always thought he was taller.
I just say
You always thought he was taller because
he looks taller. He just looks
and
bigger
because
than
he
everybody.
jumps out of the gym, or he
Yeah.
used to be able to.
He used to be able.
I just think we've said this every
he's
time.
written down as 6'11", so he's probably 6'10".
I've written down.
6'9".
I've written down. I think we just say this. I think we say this every time Dwight Howard changes the team. We thought he was going to turn it around with the Lakers. We thought he was going to turn it around with the Rockets, fucking Hawks, and Hornets. And it's not right in here, in his head. He doesn't have a gamer's attitude. He doesn't have a gamer's brain.
Me, myself, did not think he was going to turn anything around at any of those spots.
So what do you think is going to make it different
Because
for the
this
Wizards?
is his absolute last chance. See, every time that you're talking about, multiple teams were going after him at those times. This year, he got picked up by a team so they could dump his
Get
salary.
him out of here.
Like, he literally got picked up because
So they could cut
they
him.
wanted to cut him. Like, they wanted to figure out a way to get rid of 2 salaries in one pin stroke. Like,
I mean, I think he's
so
great for
now,
the Wizards.
The Wizards were the
That have
only
two-
team that would pick him up. It was the Golden State Warriors and the Wizards he was trying to go to. And those two teams, only one of those two teams would even answer his phone calls.
Yeah.
So I think he hit a reality check this year, and he's really got to check. Because it's not that people think he's a bad person. It's not that people get tired of his attitude. It's just that people think he's a bad teammate. Now, I don't know what that means because that's very cryptic.
Yeah.
But when that's all that's said, I don't know. He probably be fucking people's baby mamas and shit. I think that's what it is. I think he be out here like smashing dudes, girls and shit.
I mean, probably.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that
That's a
happens
bad
in the
teammate,
NBA
though.
too. Yeah. No, definitely.
That's the fucking definition of a motherfucking bad teammate.
Yeah. I think he makes Washington better, though. I think he does.
I think I'd rather have Marcin Gortat. But that's just me.
Marcin is not as good a defender anymore.
Kevin Love, though. Question.
Kevin Love is gonna be-
So what's going to
Kevin Love-
happen with J.R. Smith and stuff like that?
They signed for 4-year deals.
They're all
with him.
there still,
Stuck
right?
with him.
They might get traded during
Who's
during
going
the
to
season.
trade for
want
that?
him?
That's the problem. LeBron just stuck the Cavs with these terrible fucking
It's
players.
not about who. You see, you guys like who would want him. Da, da. That's what you guys said about Melo. And look, the Rockets want him.
That was complicated, though, I felt like.
Nah, the Rockets have wanted Carmelo Anthony since last offseason when they tried to trade for him when he got rid of his no sign,
Right,
no
but they didn't
trade
have to
clause.
pick up his contract, is the thing.
But they actively tried to trade for him last year. They sent in their trade requests for him like 1,800 times.
And I think Melo's different than J.R. Smith,
The
though.
Knicks didn't want Ryan Anderson because he had an injury. He was hurt. So why would I pick up his big ass contract and I hadn't seen him play for 15 games? That was the only reason we didn't see that happen.
You think someone's going to try to trade for J.R. Smith?
If they need a guard if somebody needs J.R. Smith.
I think there's a ton of
There's
people
thousands
playing,
of
in the
guards.
G League.
Yeah, but what you're forgetting is nobody's played a game yet, so nobody's gotten hurt. And that's what's going to happen. Somebody's going to get hurt. Somebody's going to need somebody. This is what happens in the NFL. Motherfuckers, in every sport. Somebody's going to get hurt, and you're going to need somebody else. And they're not going to go to the D League immediately. No, you're going to go get...
If I had to pick up J.R. Smith in that contract
If
over
I
a
told
guy
you-
for
Quit the season. You're done. Start tanking. if J.R. Smith is your savior.
and you're paying him what
If I
$15 million.
Yeah.
If I told you could get, I don't know, Raymond Felton
Okay.
and 2 draft picks for J.R. Smith,
But I would have to take that contract
yeah,
and give
the
up
contract,
Felton and 2 draft picks.
you don't even understand. You can send him on a stretch deal.
Oh, but who would offer that for J.R. Smith? That's crazy.
I'm
to
saying,
me.
though, well, the OKC has Raymond Felton right now.
Yeah.
And that would mean that J.R. Smith will come off the bench because Raymond Felton is all coming off the bench, like position for position and yada, yada, yada. So that's just to give you an idea, if the Oklahoma City Thunder were offered a couple of draft picks for J.R. Smith and to give up Raymond Felton, you think they wouldn't take that?
Obviously, the Cavs would.
No, I said you think that the Thunder wouldn't take that. If they were offered J.R. Smith with a couple of draft picks for Raymond Felton, you think they wouldn't take that?
They would take J.R. Smith and a couple draft picks.
There's got to be better guards out there.
There's probably better guards where they don't have to.
I didn't say that's not
draft
that's,
picks.
see, this is
It's
what y'all
the
don't understand
contract
about
that's the
what
problem.
this is what y'all don't understand about how this works. I offer you the trade. See, I didn't say is Oklahoma City gonna call him up and ask him. No, because Cleveland can still call up people and say, hey, if I offer you this and this for this and that.
Right.
Two first-round draft picks?
I didn't say 2 first rounds. I said 2 draft picks.
Oh, if they're second round, sure, I'd take it. That's trash for trash.
But that'll never happen, though.
Bro, you said
Not for J.R. Smith, I'm saying.
No, bro, yeah.
Specifically him.
Yeah, those crazier things have happened.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I think J.R. just dies
crazier things have happened.
In Cleveland slowly until that
The
contract's
matter
out.
of fact,
And then he goes to
as
the
a
big
matter
three.
of fact, where was J.R. Smith before he became a Cleveland Cavalier?
The Knicks.
And what was he doing? Playing like goddamn shit.
6th Man of the Year award candidate.
Not the year before he got traded, and the year before that was the year that you're talking about. Oh. Yeah, the one that they won 54 games with Carmelo and Mike Woodson.
But I feel like LeBron James had a big part in getting him his contract.
No, I'm talking about he came over there and performed. That's what happened, bro. You're forgetting that he helped them win a championship in Cleveland. Like, he was a big part of that.
Yeah.
That's why he got the money.
But what have you done for me lately?
He got the Flacco contract. The year that they won the championship, J.R. Smith, and the year before, played out of his mind.
But I also feel like LeBron James pushed hard
I'm not
for these
saying
guys
it
to get
wasn't.
paid.
I'm not saying it wasn't. You're saying nobody would want him. I'm trying to tell you, motherfucking D. Wade is getting offers out here in the NBA.
I would take D. Wade over J.R. Smith.
That's ticket sales right there.
Fool. D. Wade ain't gonna play 40 games next season.
But the name, the jerseys.
He ain't gonna play 40 games next season.
He'll be more effective than J.R.
And
Smith.
if I'm Atlanta Falcons,
least he'll know what the score is.
First of all, Atlanta Falcons, I don't know if you have or haven't yet, but I know you hadn't earlier when I looked it up in the week. I don't know why they not trying to sell some Carmelo Anthony jerseys.
You're the Falcons?
I mean the Hawks.
Oh.
The Hawks?
They're the ones who picked up his they're the ones who traded for him. And they're the ones who are dumping his salary. But I'm like, fuck that. I'm about to get these Melo jerseys off in Atlanta first, at least. I went and tried to buy one. I was like, shit, I'm about to go buy me a Melo Atlanta jersey. Like, nobody else will have one. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be hilarious.
And they missed out on so much money because they missed out on at least $125 for me because I was going to get one.
The Falcons are really kicking themselves in the ass for that one.
They should be.
They
really should be. I bet you the Hawks had some Rasheed Wallace jerseys. They
I was
only
going to
had him
say
for a couple
that
of,
one game.
Yeah,
one game.
Couple of days.
What seed is the Rockets going to end up in with this big three?
I think the Rockets end up in 8th seed.
I believe it. I go with that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about even if Melo doesn't sign with
Exactly.
them.
I mean, I'm still waiting on the Capella thing.
Yeah.
You know, that's the biggest
I'm assuming they
piece
do
to me.
sign him to some kind
They
of
lost
deal.
Ariza.
Hey,
and
I told you.
Mba Amute.
Yeah.
Hey, I told you. Somebody gonna get that boy Clint Capella $100 million.
Someone might.
Somebody gonna get
might.
to
We're
him.
waiting.
And then if that happens, 8th seed with or without.
Oh, if that happens, they not making the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm going on the consensus that they gonna re-sign him for $100 million. They either gonna pay him $100 million or he gonna get it somewhere else.
They need him. Without him, I think they sneak into the playoffs. But
No, without
there's
him,
no
I
way
don't-
that they're beating.
Without him, they are Ryan Anderson.
I'm banking on Chris Paul to be seriously washed up. I don't think he's gonna be an all-star.
He's not going to be washed
Well,
up.
he's not gonna be washed up because
he's not gonna be an all-star.
I'm sure he took enough HGH
I think he'll
to
be
get
an
him
all-star.
through the middle of the season at least.
I'm banking on Melo to be Melo
I mean, that's happening too.
and Harden
Melo took enough
having an MVP hangover.
Melo
taking
took
a step
enough
back.
HGH last year to make it through halfway of the season, and I think that same thing's gonna happen for Chris Paul. He's gonna only make it halfway through because they don't have enough talent. You guys are right. And Mute, big loss.
It was a big loss, but his during the playoffs, he actually hurt them a lot until they
Well,
put him on the bench.
He was hurt though.
They weren't winning.
He had a dislocated shoulder.
Yeah, that's true too.
That's their medical staff fault. You either put the dude on the bench, or you.
Well, I wonder if that's like a lingering injury that they're not trying to deal with.
No, he got it in the playoffs, and he just had to play. He just tried to play through it.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Right. Then that hurt them, like you said, because he took a lot of his shooting away, because he can shoot.
Yeah.
Not a great shooter, not like Steph Curry or Klay Thompson or nothing, but you know what I'm saying. He is a good shooter.
Do you think Cleveland's going to make the playoffs?
No.
Yeah.
I say no.
Oh yes.
You say no?
Maybe 9th seed, 10th seed.
What division? You seen the division there?
Who else is
If
in there?
Detroit, I think Detroit takes
Yep, I
Cleveland's
think
spot.
Detroit should make it in the playoffs.
Because I think
the Milwaukee Bucks will not make the playoffs.
Ooh.
What?
Ooh, nice.
Now, how about that?
That's nice. All
And
right.
the Miami
Harsh.
Heat, the Miami Heat might not make the playoffs either.
I think Miami Heat make it because of Spoelstra.
They got a problem with their
and
big
they'll
man.
have what's his name back?
They got a problem
Deion
with their
Waiters.
big man.
I think Giannis.
Yeah, what's
is,
going on with Whiteside?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Wasn't he awesome at one
Don't
point?
be surprised. No, he just doesn't give a fuck down there. He doesn't give a fuck. He's like tired of the people down there. He's like, something happened last year between him and management. He doesn't give a fuck. He's like, fuck y'all. And he's like, does not play. I was watching last year. The reason they lost to the Sixers, wasn't it the Sixers? Yeah, they lost to the Sixers in the playoffs. First round reason, that dude.
Yeah.
That dude did not try.
Didn't seem
When
like
he
it.
wasn't running those picks. When he came off the picks, he wasn't even. I've never seen somebody not come off of a pick, like literally.
Yeah.
Like he just
lazy.
just not. No, that's not lazy. That was like, I don't care. It was like this demonstrative. You know, I don't give a fuck.
No, it was like he wasn't even in the game. It was
So
it was such
I don't
a
know.
waste.
Can you do that for 82 games?
We'll see.
And
If Whiteside, if someone
don't be
likes a
surprised
player
if they
under
trade
his
him.
eyes,
Don't be surprised if they trade him in the middle of the season.
you know, they might trade him, and he has value still. You know, because
Hell
he's
yeah.
still young and he is really talented.
Send him to OKC.
What round do you think the Raptors are losing in the playoffs next year with Kawhi Leonard?
I think it's not a player thing. I think it's a Toronto thing.
Yeah. Of course, it's always a Toronto thing.
And
I'm saying first round.
first round.
No matter where they
They
end
almost
up.
lost in the first round of this season.
I'll give him second round because of Kawhi. I think Kawhi has the ability to take over again.
But Kawhi though, because
Kawhi,
KY.
I don't
because
think-
of Kawhi.
I really am going out on
What
this
do you guys
big limb
think
by
the locker
myself.
room's going to be like there? Just dead silent with him and
just-
Lowry?
Bro, that's what I'm
Hey, guys,
talking
hey, guys,
about.
let's-
That's what I'm talking
It's
about.
so
Nobody-
awkward in
get ready.
there.
You just
And
mentioned
so awkward.
Lowry's just in the corner by himself.
Yeah, he's like,
And
hey,
Kawhi's
I'm
just
getting
sitting
paid.
there
I'm going
not
for
saying
my
anything.
30 points
You
or
just
whatever.
you just mentioned the one player nobody's mentioned this whole time is Kyle Lowry, and Kyle Lowry is. He said when DeRozan came in, he felt like he couldn't talk to.
Yeah.
So now, how do you think he's gonna feel about Kawhi? And Kawhi's way better than DeRozan.
way better.
And so way better than Lowry, and he's not gonna try to ingratiate himself
Lowry
with Lowry.
might not play next year because he's just too ashamed.
No, well, I think you're gonna see Lowry just kind of like lackadaisical. You're gonna see. I don't think they make the playoffs next year.
Wow.
Bam.
Toronto doesn't make the playoffs.
Boom.
Kawhi
Hot take.
Blow it up.
Kawhi sits out with another injury
You know
in
why?
February and is like,
Ah,
I'm signing with
shit.
the Lakers.
You know why I don't think they'll make the playoffs? Because I think you'll see them lose probably like the first 10 games of the season, and then they'll be freaking out up there.
They'll just take the tape, just destroy the team apart.
North of the wall. They'll be freaking out north of the wall.
And then they take the Laker deal that the Spurs wouldn't, which is like Kyle Kuzma and a draft pick.
Nah. Or they take some Denver Nuggets deal because they're, fucking crazy. I don't know, man. Like,
Yeah.
you never know what deal is going to come out of the woodwork. Like, because if I told you, Toronto, I literally was just joking saying that Toronto, like, what if Pop sent him to Toronto? I was just
Yeah.
joking. But, like, it was
What?
like a joke.
What a kick in the nuts.
But, like, that's a serious kick in the nuts to send a motherfucker to motherfucking.
Oh yeah, Kawhi. No, we'll trade you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But we're gonna
Oh.
send you to another country.
Toronto.
Yeah, your uncle says you won't play for any team in the country, huh? Other than the Lakers. Huh?
Well, there's
Well,
a
it's
loophole there.
Fortunate for us, the NBA is an international product. Sitting your ass. Hope you got your passport.
So there are a couple of scenarios, right? He plays the whole season. I think there's no scenario where he plays the whole season all out. Am I wrong?
Kawhi?
No,
Yeah.
he's got to. You know why?
Why? He's a free agent.
You think anybody's gonna pay him if he doesn't look like he can play? Nobody's gonna want a problem. The Lakers, Magic.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about Magic Johnson. He about that goddamn business. And if he looks out there and he sees somebody not trying, he don't want him. And it don't matter what team they play.
If Kawhi Leonard gets Toronto into the playoffs, and say they do lose in the first round, which they'll lose at some point in the playoffs, but Kawhi Leonard led them there, he's going to get paid a crazy, crazy amount, and everyone's going to want him. If he doesn't show up this year, everyone's going to be like, well, is he hurt?
No, I'm saying, what if he comes in there and gets like 19 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists.
But did he look good doing it? That's my thing. If he looks like he's not
B-rated defense. We'll call it B-rated defense.
You gotta understand.
Never for Kawhi.
If he looks like he's a B-rated defender, no, he's only getting paid probably.
If he looks like he lost a step,
$7 million a year the next contract he gets.
I think at
Because
this point we need to see
goes
Kawhi
all
play.
out
We need to see him play.
for the whole
he,
season.
he has to be Kawhi of not last year, the year before last.
Yeah, that's what we.
He
need
has
to
to be.
Then Toronto's not making the playoffs, you say?
Yeah, because I think there are teams that got better, and we forget that the Knicks were on pace to be better
Next week
than
Porzingis are
a
interesting.
lot of the teams.
I still don't think
if
they make the
Porzingis hadn't have got hurt, they were like in the 5th or 4th seed when he got hurt. Boom, he's out, done. It's over. This whole season is over. Like, we got to remember that type of shit. The Pistons, like you said, are going to be better. Reggie Jackson was hurt all season.
Pistons will be better.
The Pistons will be better.
New York will be teetering on trying to get into the playoffs, I feel like.
If we really think that Chicago's going to be a little bit better.
Oh, I don't think Chicago makes the playoffs.
I think Chicago is going to be the worst.
I didn't say that they're going to make the playoffs,
league.
but you got to understand that those numbers, if they get better, that means somebody had to get worse.
Yeah.
Like, if the bad teams get better, good teams do get worse. That
Well,
happens.
Toronto got better.
Usually happens to the Wizards.
Cavs
right?
got worse.
Cavs got worse and Toronto got better.
I don't think the Wizards make the playoffs.
See, I think the Wizards
With
don't make the
Dwight
playoffs.
Howard having his amazing season?
I said he can have an amazing season if he chooses to change his mindset.
So you're saying he won't change his mind?
Yeah, I don't think he will, but I think he could.
Sure.
Yeah.
Anything's possible.
I think he could.
I think the Wizards definitely make the playoffs. I think the Wizards make a pretty
Definitely.
hard run to the Eastern Conference Finals. But I'm not saying they go because they have to get through my Pacers, Boston,
Philly.
Kawhi Leonard, and Philly. But I think they will be a strong team in the East next year. As long as people can stay healthy. If Beal and Wall can stay healthy, I think that team always has a chance.
Sure.
I think you got 3 out this year and 3 in.
What about DeRozan?
At least 2 out.
How
I think the Spurs are going to be just fine. Man, the Spurs were just fine this year without Kawhi.
Second round?
Yeah.
Do they make it to the second round? Hell yeah, they have to. They have DeRozan on top of the team they had last year.
Right,
Kawhi
exactly.
wasn't there.
And Kawhi wasn't there. Exactly. They're going to be great. They're going to be great. And DeRozan, underrated defender.
I mean, they get a good 25 points with DeRozan, which is nice.
He's
And-
like a...
He's the guy now.
Yeah, he was the guy in Toronto.
But they had Lowry.
Well, Aldridge to me is still the guy.
He was
in
still
San
the guy.
Antonio.
He was the guy.
Yeah, DeRozan was definitely the guy in my opinion.
Lowry's He's garbage.
Lowry's inconsistent. garbage.
Terrible. Stinks.
God, he's the worst.
Stinks.
I would
Bad.
never have Lowry. on my team.
But we talked about Melo enough. I said Melo's name. That was enough.
No, we hit all 4 of those guys.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know.
should we just say LeBron's name?
No, fuck that. We're not talking about him today.
Michael Beasley.
Actually, I mean, we could talk about him real quick.
What you got?
I love that everyone keeps defacing the murals of LeBron James and the big.
matter which one you put up,
And what a
baby.
huge deal!
Dude,
everyone's
it's making
of it.
front page news.
It's insane.
Like,
I'm
there's
who
other
gives
shit to be
a
worried about in
shit?
this world.
I'm so sorry that LeBron James got paint tossed on him on a mural.
And I'm so sorry we brought it up.
Yes. You know, it's a fun thing that I forgot to bring up last week.
Say
So, do you remember when Jordan was on the show
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago? And he was talking about how he was getting trolled and, like, someone was, like, texting
Oh,
him.
yeah.
He's like, these obnoxious Lakers fans. I don't even know who.
It was you?
Who they are. It wasn't me.
Oh.
Even better, it's my girlfriend, Lucy. So apparently, like, after LeBron gave the
Oh my
Lakers, I think she,
God.
like, sent him a text or something thinking that he had her phone number. And he wrote back, like, who dis? And Lucy was like, oh, he doesn't know it's me. And I was like, oh, send more shit. Don't let him know. And then she just keeps like once a week sending more shit to Jordan. And then he texted me to complain about like, dude, there's this fucking dude that keeps on texting me, this stupid ass Lakers fan, and he doesn't even have the balls to tell me who he is. Such a bitch little move. And me and Lucy are just cracking.
So if he hears
this is the test. If Jordan actually listens to our podcast and gets to this point, he will discover who his arch nemesis is.
That's hilarious.
This is a test of real friendship.
Let's see.
This is like one of the longest that we've ever had. It's like the longest podcast ever. So if he fucking pays attention.
If he gets there,
woo!
You can get there, and then you can't say,
I might name this
that I didn't
episode
tell you.
Jordan.
Call it Jordan. I'm gonna hashtag
Start naming the
Jordan
episodes after
Simonowski in
people.
it just to see if he actually will listen for the whole thing, because he might just turn it on and look for his name.
This is for you people. We do it for you.
We do it for you. So anyone that's actually listening to the show, and
Congratulations.
got here, congratulations,
And thank you.
Little Easter egg at the end for you guys.
That's right, baby. Hashtag that's right. You know what I'm saying? Like and subscribe. It's Bill, James, and Tig's Excellent Adventure. We love you,
Thank you for listening.
Thanks.
bitches.
It just clicked in my mind that if you just run through somebody's face, a lot of people ain't gonna be able to take that over and 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 over again. They're just not gonna want that.
Think there's a deeper metaphor there?
Run through a motherfucker face. Then you don't have to worry about it.
Street second like the military, the rise of the soldier cop, black children are dead and buried. Contemplating complexities of the judicial system, the cops be perpetrating, the victims be in the prison. I'm screaming at them to stop, but they don't bother to listen. The sound of gunshots is too loud, the bullets is whizzing. They shot my baby down. They shot my baby down. They shot my baby down, down. They shot my baby down. They shot my baby down. They shot my baby down, down.
JM15 started yesterday. But us as Americans, too busy being entertained by the sports and movies and the scandals, now they even care. All this is a genesis, the martial law everywhere. Population control now administered by police. Mothers going to the morgue late at night and staring sheets as their sons are laying under. Officers get suspended or rewarded. Yep, the suits never ended, you can't ignore it. Our government strip us now of the privacy and the freedoms. In the city, get angels, the popo viewed as the demons. And the officers are running around, racist and strapped. Psychologically trained to shoot you right in your back. If you black, oh, is that right? Still bumping pigs when they walking up with the flashlight. And every time